Good morning, all of you. Students, we are doing the chapter soil, in which we discuss about soil, its importance, then formation of soil, layers of soil, different properties of soil. Now, today I am going to explain about soil pollution. It is defined as the buildup of persistent toxic compounds, chemical salts, radioactive materials, or disease causing agents in soil. This has adverse effects on plant growth and animal health. It decreases the fertility of the soil, it decreases the growth of the crops in the soil. Soil pollution is caused by factors like use of chemical pesticides, excessive use of fertilizers, percolation of contaminated surface water to the layers below the surface, oil and fuel dumping, leaching of wastes from landfills, or direct discharge of industrial waste into the soil. We all are throwing some waste on the surface of the earth, that is in the soil, which is very harmful for soil as well as the plants which grow in the soil and the animals which live in the soil. This excessive use of fertilizers that we use to increase the crop production, but gradually it decrease the fertility of the soil, productivity of the soil, and it is known as soil pollution. Now, the next topic is soil and crops. That means, in which type of soil, which type of crop will grow. The production of crops depend upon the soil type. The soils in different parts of India are different due to the type of parent rock present there and the amount of humus present in the soil. As you know that soil is produced from the rocks, so in different parts of India, different types of rocks are present, and due to that, there are different types of soil present there. Other factors that affect the nature of the soil are climatic factors like temperature, light, wind, rainfall, and humidity. These factors affect the soil profile and also bring changes in the soil structure. Type of soil the type of crop that may be grown in a particular field depends on the type of soil. The soil components, the humus content, and the climatic factors in that region, all these things affect the type of crop that may be grown in a particular area. Cereal crops like wheat and legumes like gram grow well in clay and loamy soils. Such soils have good water retaining capacity. Paddy grows well in soils that are clayey and rich in organic matter and are therefore able to retain water. Loamy soils that drain water easily are ideal for growing pulses. Cotton grows well in well aerated soils that also drain water easily. Hence, sandy loam or loam soils are preferred for growing cotton. Coconut trees that grow well in sandy soils are found in large numbers in the coastal regions. Students, these are some of the examples that how type of crop depend upon the soil type. We can grow the crop easily in the soil which the crop require. The next topic is soil erosion. What does it mean? Soil erosion means the removal of the topsoil by agents such as wind and water. Without human activities, losses of soil through erosion in most areas would probably be balanced by the formation of new soil. In forest and grasslands, vegetation protects the soil. When rain falls on the surface of grass or on the leaves of trees, some of the moisture evaporates before it can reach the ground. Trees and grass serve as wind breakers. They can break down the speed of wind, and the network of plant roots helps to hold the soil in place against the action of both rain and wind. That means the roots of plants bind the soil. Agriculture and deforestation, along with housing, industrial development, and highway construction, destroy the protective canopy of vegetation and greatly speed up erosion of soil. Overgrazing can change grasslands into deserts. Careless cultivation, which involves leaving the field follow for some time, can also cause soil erosion. And students, as you know that soil is the most important natural resource, and because we cannot prepare it, so we should take care of it, we should conserve it. So how can we prevent soil erosion? How soil erosion can be prevented with the help of, with the deeds of human being? Soil erosion can be prevented by extensive afforestation practices. More and more plants should be planted to prevent soil erosion. This involves planting of trees on bare lands and nearby fields. Avoiding overgrazing and overuse of land also help in preventing soil erosion. We need to remember that soil is a precious natural resource. In order to sustain life on earth, destruction and misuse of such a precious natural resource needs to be avoided at all cost, because we cannot live without soil. Plants cannot grow without soil, and we depend upon plants for our needs. So we must take care of soil, we must conserve soil to sustain life on earth. So that's all for today, students. We have completed the chapter. We will discuss exercises in next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.